Hey Hada, what's happening in Melee? Maybe there wasn't a Genesis 9 tournament last weekend, and yet still so many things happened. There's a cool thing happening this weekend. First of all, a community bracket in North America, West Coast, North America, East Coast. The
Hmm.
Golden Gauntlet will be following that up, where at the Golden Guardians Gamer facility out there in Cali, you're going to have some super awesome matchups that have been announced and more matchups to be announced. I
True.
forget if it's first to five or first to three, but it's got to be first to five. Either way, Hada, thank you for joining me. What's
Of course.
happening in your life right now?
Not too much. Just working, doing life. That's about it. I'm enjoying Melee, playing some other games, but mostly just getting back in the swing of things. But we had a pretty dense about week and a half going into and out of Genesis. I think a lot of drama came and went. Sheik won their first super major in a very, very long time, if not the first ever. And now we have a lot of cool, community run projects, not just like you were saying, the Golden Gamer Gauntlet Showdown of Goldenness, whatever it's officially called. We also have
Golden Gauntlet. Golden
the
Gauntlet.
Golden Gauntlet, that's it. And we also have the BEMI 2023 iteration. So we have our announced players for that, the Black Empowerment Melee Invitational. We also have the And Friends team. So your favorite combo video fanatics are actually going to be trying their case at running a regional tournament in Texas. So we have a lot of cool projects in the works. But let's tackle this one at a time. Let's get into the Golden Gauntlet real quick.
Yes. Okay. So we have the first matchup that was announced. It is not Laud versus Axel, though we will talk about that. The first announcement matchup was not. It was. It was SFOP and Magi. Your first announcement
Mm-hmm.
for the Golden Gauntlet matchup. SFOP coming from Texas, Magi coming from Louisiana, so a very familiar matchup for these two. And in fact, I feel like anytime you get to see Fox and a Falco go at it on the sticks, for the Ditto haters out there, this is like your like a top five matchup in the whole game. You get to see the two ideals of Fox with the edge guards and the up smash kills versus Falco with laser, 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 lots and lots of laser. But with Magi specifically, you get to see, this is my favorite thing that Magi does. I mean, other than the up B kills with Firebird, you also get the soft reverse back air into down air when she's juggling boxes across the screen. So I'm looking forward to that just off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Swap is a great player, qualified for Panda Cup all by himself last year. Now the Panda Cup finale did not actually happen, so that's neither here nor there. But if you can place third or better at an event that has players like Kadoran and so on
Mm-hmm.
showing up, you're a really good player. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, I mean it shows a lot of cool up and coming matchups. I really don't think you get to see all that often. So you did bring up SFOP versus Magi. SFOP having a pretty phenomenal year so far. I know a lot of close losses at Genesis, but definitely show that they had the stuff to make an incredibly deep run. Of
Ooh,
course,
take J-Mook to game five.
took Jmook to game five. Perfect example, the future Genesis champion. And did so in dominant fashion. Really, the only really difficult matchup, what seemed to be, was their set match against SFOP. So SFOP might have just been, the second, third, fourth best player on the day, but probably just couldn't convert in the long haul. So SFOP looking good. Magi, and of course, one of the most electrifying Falcos to do it, and I'm sure will be a part of the N Friends tournament in Texas as well, being an N Friend member. But looking at some other matches, we do have Laud versus Axe, a Pikachu versus Peach set, I would imagine, and that's a pretty interesting matchup. I don't remember the last time I've seen them play. Laud, of course, being semi-active in their surgical residency currently, and of course, Axe, Tempo Storm's own best Pikachu to do it historically. And I really haven't seen too much of Axe versus Peach. I do believe Axe took a set off Polish, if I remember correctly, in the last year, and that was their marquee matchup against Peach that I've remember in recent memory. So we'll have to see how Laud, takes their perspective on that matchup specifically.
What I really like to hear is, sorry, what I really like to see out of Golden Gauntlet being willing to put on 2 floaties versus each other, because Axe will be going Pikachu, Lod will be going Peach. There's no extra counter pick advantage here. They'll both be sticking with their mains, and for a show match to be 2 floaties, that's not normally. I don't think that's normally the first move, right? So I'm really looking forward. Or sorry, I should say I'm really thankful to see. Aside from all these other matchups that we have so far, we're going to get to S2J Kadorn in just a moment here. You have 2 floaties going against it, just seemingly out of nowhere. But I think another thing about it is that we all missed seeing Lod at some of the bigger events towards the end of last year, not able to quite secure a top 10 placing in the rankings, despite a strong first half of the year.
Right.
So we're looking forward to seeing Lod again, of course. And this is, again, being held at the Golden Guardians facility thingy place. Don't even know what to call it, but you get it. The next matchup is S2J versus Kadorn. You would say a SoCal matchup, but that's no longer true. S2J is now NorCal, new resident up in NorCal. So this is SoCal versus NorCal, even if S2J, I mean, perennially, and once SoCal, always SoCal, maybe. I don't know. I should have asked somebody from SoCal like Firepuff12 or SF. How do you feel about S2J going up to NorCal? Is Johnny NorCal, or is Johnny still SoCal for a while? How long do we get to hold that card for? But I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup regardless, because S2J takes sets off of Zane. So if that's true, you automatically think, oh, S2J is probably going to be able to take a set off Kadorn. But Kadorn has a very good record against S2J. I think they go back and forth. I don't know what the record is off the top of my head, but what I'm trying to say is that Kadorn is not a free matchup for S2J.
Absolutely not.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be a great one.
Yeah, it's 2 very electrifying players. Of course, Johnny, perennial Norwalk resident, now has moved to NorCal, and Kadorn, pretty much with the exception of Fiction, has a stranglehold on a lot of the local and regional tournaments down in SoCal. So I believe even was ranked above, as you know, pseudo rank 1 in SoCal. I know Mango probably rank 0 perennially. But what it seems to me is, Kadorn is an absolute workhorse. He attends all these locals. He attends these regionals. He really gets the work done. And I'm excited to see exactly how far Kadorn can push this matchup against Johnny, who's really shown that he has a good idea of what to do against Marth, like you're saying, taking a set off of Zane in the last year. And that's no small feat. This past year's ranked number 1. So not just in the matchup, but against the best player in the world. So really excited to see. I think it'll be a really good matchup all around. Expect that one to probably go the distance, if I'm going to be honest with you. But that should wrap up our current predicted matchups.
We want to make sure that we also add that you can you can't go to Cali and be part of the invitational matchup card part of this, but there's an open bracket on the West Coast, open bracket on the East Coast, online Slippy tournament that you can be a part of, that Golden Guardians is putting on this weekend in conjunction with Gallant Gaming. Shouts out to Deer and the rest of that crew. So you can play online with an Ethernet cable, okay? All right, and no macros. Ugh, we'll have to get into the cheating discourse at some point. I don't know. There has been plenty of that. Pipsqueak nerfed his character. There's all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to competing in it this weekend if I'm still able. I'm roughly planning on it, but I might also have to DQ myself. So if you have to DQ yourself, send a message to Deer and DQ yourself. All right, so that does wrap up Golden Guardians. Yeah. Thank you for making sure that I got to add that in. It is an open bracket for everybody to compete in North America.
Yes, so can check out the show matches on Sunday, February 5th, this upcoming weekend, I believe, starting at around noontime. So if that's something that tickles your fancy, would recommend checking that out. Moving on, Black Empowerment Melee Invitational 2023. This is a project that I have fully supported and fully endorsed every single year of its existence. So excited to see that Brandon is continuing to push us forward. So going to jump into our invited players. We have Shroomed, Two Saint, All Chat's Own, Axe, KJH, Flash, one of my favorite players of all time, The Real Thing, my second favorite Falco on this list, only behind Flash, Salt, Billy Bo Peep, Professor Pro, Lunari, Typhoon, and Sefunmi. The only 2 players I don't know too much about are Lunari and Sefunmi. But I'm sure there are some pretty talented players to make this pretty illustrious list, but definitely some incredibly talented players on this list, and I'm excited to see an amazing third iteration of the BEMI Black Empowerment Melee Invitational.
Oh, believe me, the people are excited about Lunari, who I don't actually know directly, but anytime I see anybody talk about Lunari, there's just absolute freaking out kind of like what's the word, like freaking out about the fact that, oh my gosh, Lunar is going to do a thing, and is actually hailing from Europe. So it's
Oh,
not just
okay.
Prof coming across. Lunari will be coming across as well.
Okay.
You got a nice little banner on Lunar's Twitter. Who, in your opinion, is the most exciting EU up and comer besides Kingu? Which is a wild question. Kingu is such a grinder, but
Mm-hmm.
exciting. I'll have to have Kingu come on and talk about whether or not exciting is a good word to describe a Jigglypuff. All right, now let's talk about the response to that. Pipsqueak, who we all know, said, jokes aside, it's so hard to tell, but I think that Lunari SSF2 is someone I'm keeping an eye out for, but there are a lot of players that I want to add, blah, blah, blah. But if you get named by Pipsqueak as an up-and-coming player, and Pipsqueak, who we all know, again, very good player out of Sweden, comes across to the United States for events on a fairly regular basis and plays well, gets top 25 placings, top 17
Mm-hmm.
placings at Melee singles brackets, Lunar is going to be a good player for coming across and showcasing talent out here in North America, and specifically for the Black Empowerment Melee Invitational 2023. We're just going to call it BEMI from now on, if that's
Mm-hmm.
okay with you.
Yeah, totally fine with me. Definitely have a lot of established players that are coming back and making either reappearances or just have been in the top level of Melee for a long time. Shroomed needs no introduction. Toussaint, top 8 at Genesis just this past month. Axe, of course, we're seeing them in a bunch of different show matches, but of course has been a prolific top 10 level talent for a very long time. KJH, one of the most technical players on the planet. Flash, if you know him, you'll love him. If you really do.
Riptide 2021, baby.
Yeah, absolutely smacking around Ginger. But that's my guy right there. I've known Flash since he was like 16. Northeast Ohio talent. Absolutely phenomenal player and has a very storied and contentious rivalry with the next named player, The Real Thing. The Real Thing, top 100 level talent for the last 3-4 years. Another Falco coming out from Northeast Ohio, actually, so both from the same region. And constantly in a battle to know who the best Falco in Ohio is, are those two players. Unreal, talented, smart, grinding workhorse level talents those two players are. So nothing but love and respect for Flash and The Real Thing. Salt and Billy Bo Peep both coming from Texas. Salt, believe top 20 level player as debuted this past year. Billy Bo Peep, I believe, has been a top 50 level player on the top 100 rank twice, if I remember correctly. Prof Pro, formerly, I believe, still rank 1 in the UK, and has been one of the top players to come out of Europe throughout the course of Melee's history. Lunari, up and comer from Europe. Typhoon, very strong up and coming talent, I believe, from the Pacific Northwest. Marth player, so really excited to see what they can do. Had a pretty close set against Fizzwiggle, I believe, at main stage this past year. So that's my guy. So know that Typhoon's very, very talented player and has taken some really good sets and has a lot of good online results as well. Grinder, I believe, has taken sets off of Salt and Bobby Big Balls. I know that for sure. And Safunmi, I really just need to learn more about Safunmi. I don't know too much about them.
That's great. I don't know who this person is either, but it's really cool that you get to have all these awesome names for the invitees. But something else that's going to be happening, other than the fact that, oh my gosh, it's already super cool that you have an in-person event in Atlanta, Georgia, coming up here the last weekend of February 24th through the 26th. You get all that stuff, but then you also get the LCQ, a last chance qualifier for 4 more players to get in. Top 4 placing players can get into this, and the LCQ winners are going to get their flight hotels paid for afterwards. So isn't that so cool? Like, shouts out to Homemade Waffles, Young Waff, Brandon. You all know him. You all love him. for continuing to, despite the fact that he's moving to Ohio in the semi-near future, or already has, I don't know the timeline, you get it, moving and is going to be taking a bit of a step back. Was at a lot of Melee events last year, and his tweet longer said, I'm not going to be at all the events this year. I'm going to try to take a bit of a step back, try to take care of the family, but he's still putting on, not only because, again, the first couple of iterations of BEMI were online, and now bringing all these players out to Atlanta, it's going to be a super great weekend. I'm looking forward to watching it, and this is going to be great Melee that we're going to be watching, because if Belly Blow Peep can win a tournament once a year and it's a BEMI tournament, I mean, how crazy is that? You
Be pretty sweet.
Bosses, all these players who say to you, yeah, I'm done, but I'm going to casually win a tournament. Oh, that's so cool. So we're obviously looking forward to seeing that coming up in a couple weekends. We'll preview it more as we get closer, pick some winners and some... Oh, and we'll hopefully, by the time we get closer, know more about Sifuni. See, that's what I'm saying. Sifuni.
Yes.
I'm going to learn more. We got to find out. We got to let the people know. I have to know.
Let me see if I can do a quick little...
But we also have a cool announcement from And Friends, your favorite Melee combo conglomerate, are now running an invitational. Say what? If you are nearby Texas and you don't have anything going on April 9th, 2023, you should very much check out And Friends Regional #1. Yo, they want to do more. They're going to be hosting this down there in Texas. I think it's the place where they have Monday Night Melee, which is a weekly, if I recall correctly. And you already have Salt confirmed, SFOP, Bobby Big Balls, Justice. It's going to be a good time. And hopefully there's nothing else bigger happening that weekend so that everybody pays attention. Please and thank you.
Yep.
But it's already really cool what And Friends does, as again, for their combo videos. They're so amazing. But now we're having regional. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, again, Battle of BC. Was the first Battle of BC a super major? No, it was not. And yet Battle of BC 5 has a chance to be a super major this year, pending, all the
attendance and
attendance and stuff, because, it's going to be a little bit harder, I guess, for certain people to get there. I mean, for me, it looks way too expensive to go to. I'm probably not going, even though I want to so bad. However, it's being hosted at the Vancouver Convention Center, which is like 3 or 4 times the venue. So you get what I'm saying. I hope it turns out really well. But And Friends Regional #1, what if And Friends Regional #5 turns into a major, and then by the 7th one is a super major? This is where these kind of things begin. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this grows and blossoms before our very eyes. I love things like Genesis, but Genesis had to start somewhere too. So good luck to And Friends, being run by very cool people. I hope it does really well.
I think it has a lot of cool potential for content as well. And like all those players are, push Melee's limits, push Melee's boundaries, that do put out some of the most exciting combo videos and combo related and Melee just adjacent content. I'm sure there's going to be a combo contest, something for prize for most swag combo as voted on by a panel during the tournament. Like, get something. I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential for it, not just to have an amazing tournament, but to have a lot of cool content and cool side events happen as a result. So hope that all comes out to be as successful as it possibly can be. And I think that's most of what we've got going on.
Okay, well, the last thing that we'll say is that Junebug had a DK run.
Yes.
Junebug had a DK run. Shouts out to a Patreon of mine, Neil, aka Bard. He ran the 8th iteration of M Series, which is a Baltimore area tournament. It is becoming a bigger and bigger regional. In the past, they wouldn't really get much more than 60 entrants, which is, by the way, that's a good amount of entrants for a regional. But this time it blew up to 140 entrants. They had regional crew battles. They had P+ bracket, both of which Junebug was either part of winning or had just straight up won, and then had a second place finish in the singles bracket. Second only to Sly Fox Esports Kevin Maples. That was the only person who could beat.
The Donkey Kong.
Junebug's DK out of people like Polish, and Polish played Peach. in both sets. Okay.
He played Malachi as well and Juicebox. These are hard matchups for DK. It's not like he got a full spacey bracket and just 0 to death them over and over. No, he had to take Juicebox to game 5, Sheik DK. He had a really contentious set against Polish's Fox and an even more contentious set against the Peach. Then had to play Malachi. And then had to play Joji, formerly known as Milkman, in Losers Finals, and defeated Milkman, aka Joji, to only get, pretty convincingly 3-0'd by Kevin Maples. But, what an absolute beast of a run by Junebug's secondary Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to remember. You go through a whole losers run and you get tired, right? And it's going, oh, well, come on now. But the bracket started at about 4, and they were playing grand finals at 11:30, I think. Like, it went really late. So congrats to everybody who made it to top 8, because they were there for, I mean, regional cruise battles and P+ bracket was earlier in the day, so they were there all day. And that's what it is for some of these. Yeah. Some of these regionals, it's one day, and you get started at about noon, and you're not done until 12 hours later.
Yeah, Junebug also had an amazing performance in the crew battles as well. I think took like 9 or 10 stocks against Philadelphia. That was pretty crazy.
Ah, come on, not Philly. Ugh.
Yeah,
all right, well,
Dawson had to clutch up. Just couldn't do it.
Shouts out to Brotherly Love Esports for signing the newest representatives, because Slug is retired as far as I can tell, and now Brotherly Love Esports has picked up Dawson, so hopefully we'll get to see Dawson at every single event that Hungrybox attends. Winky face.
All right. You're a big Dawson fan, and right now, I think it's time I smack you up with my Sheik real quick, Jesse.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, let me find some.
Player mode, online play, there we go, and direct.
Find some music.
Autofill. All right, I'm looking for you.
All right, let's do it.
It does this every time. U button test. I'm just pulling up Maloverlay again. There we go. Ugh. Every time it does that. Stop it. All right. I did Maloverlay so I could actually have music play. Isn't that just like only did that several months later? Unbelievable. All right.
Do it.
I think I'm about ready. We're going Battlefield to start?
Yeah.
Well, did you want to strike or not?
Yeah, let's go Battlefield. That's it.
All right,
I love Battlefield. All right, good luck, have fun.
All right, good luck, have fun. Oh, Father of Luca, I just noticed that.
That is my son.
Ah. I was practicing short hops while we were talking, kind of. I will be honest. I didn't practice the entire time. See ya. Okay, there's a gun. Oh, I thought you were gonna land. Oops. I thought I was getting hit by that needle. Never mind. Oh no! Oh no! Dash back out of crouch, Hada. Oh, you're so lucky. That was like a Peach down smash. For real, for real.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Did not expect that.
What? No single hit up airs? I got single hit up airs. All my homies have single hit up airs. Wait, no, that's not how you say that. I'm making it back. No, I'm not. I just wanted to make you go out there and hit me or something. I should do short hop nair out of shield more often.
Thought I could tech that. I got lazy.
Where's the ASDI out of the up air, you know? Ah, frick. I can't play around. dashing so much cleaner out of your other options now.
Oh.
That's not what I wanted, but is it gonna? Oh, it almost worked out. Oh.
I didn't dash.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. No, I can't eyeball the platform when it matters the most. I was hoping to hit you.
Ooh.
Yes. I really want the people to hear my music. No, I was gonna try to do an up tilt after landing. This wasn't fast enough. Ah, no! No!
No, whoops.
Oh! I thought I was done for. Aw.
Oh, fuck.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want a short hop up air. Oh, I found the right time to jump. Let's go.
Shit.
Let's go. All right. On to the next one. Oh, run it back. Let's go. Oh, this song is also a banger. It's like I chose it. No, I wanted dash back. Nope, that was supposed to be an up tilt. That's neither here nor there. Ooh, excellent spacing. Oh, no. Oh, that was a short up. Oh, I almost called it. No. Watching somebody like SFOP move really makes me feel ashamed of being on a box because everybody says, oh, well, you can move so much easier on a box or whatever. And I'm going, feel like I'm stuck in concrete, guys. Oh, frick. I thought I was like, mega dead there. Good option coverage. That's not what I wanted. All right, I can take that. One of these days, my falling... Oh, no. I'm still in the air. I feel like I should have grabbed that. Yeah? Hada, you're smelling blood in the water.
I'm a little focused right now. Shit.
No, I mean...
There it is.
Again. I keep forgetting that's a habit of yours until I see
Yeah.
it one time, and then I go, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Probably should have gone lower. All good lessons to learn on the road. Aha! I finally did an up tilt after landing. No, I didn't cancel it properly. Yes. Oh, this song is so good. Giving me all the vibes right now. Frick, I got nared. I was hoping to land on that platform. Oh! Aw. Oh, jeez. Just
Whew.
still going.
All right.
They're too good. Must go. Wait, can I go back?
You can do whatever you want. Well, you won. I mean, if you, I'm fine to keep going Battlefield. It's up to you.
All right. Well, I technically have to ask because I already
Yeah.
won here.
Dave's stupid rule.
Oh, you
DSR.
know, I'm trying to keep it classy. I mean, I stole one, so I feel like I want to earn one, I guess. I mean, I was definitely down in that game, and then I just did a couple of stupid things and won, and I'll go, well, I mean, I don't want to win one. There we go. Kind of doing that kind of stuff. Aw.
I need to edge guard that.
Yes, indeed. Jmook drops maybe like 1 out of 10 edge guards, and it's crazy. Maybe I should do something else, like an up tilt into something. Yeah, I'll do that next time. Because I was like, I don't know how to punish this poof on stage. No, I didn't see it. Wait, I didn't... That leg is invincible. Ah! I've done a little... Well, then again, we could just adjust. Okay, well that is one way to get into the game.
No, I deserve it. Thought I had it.
I mean, yes, I thought you had it too, if that makes you feel any better. Ah, no, it's not what I wanted. I was calling the edge cancel, like, attack to attack.
Woo! I did not mean to do the no impact land with a beetle cancel. Oh, that was so... I swear you're gonna grab that ledge. I'm like, oh, I'm dead.
Well, yeah, that was the goal.
Oh, jeez, that was so close. If I was like 1 or 2 frames later, I think you just snap ledge and I die.
Yes, I was planning on doing that as well. Ooh, that's not a good start.
It happens. It's a pivot. Lucky.
Hmm. Oops. Oh, I needed to win that one.
Fair
Here we go.
enough.
Oops. Oops.
Oh.
Ah, my fault. You shouldn't have done that.
It's fine.
It's game 4!
And I'm gonna earn
Not
it.
being played for money or anything, but dadgummit. Aw.
Yeah, that's
Get
crazy.
Style points. Aw. Bad angle.
Almost in a
My
minute.
kids are calling me. I'll be right back.
All good, all good.